Hey, Mr. McLaren here. Gonna be showing you how to make graphs in Google Sheets. It's kind of weird hearing my voice on a video, isn't it? Anyways, what we're gonna do with our data, I've just added in random numbers here. This isn't really what your numbers are gonna look like at all. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the bottom of the Sheets page, and we're gonna go to the Graphings uh, page here, and we've got these graphs here set up for you so that you can plug the data in neatly and just make a graph super easily. So if we go to our data collection, right here we have high temperature and low temperature for these different days. But if I try and just highlight these, the graph itself isn't going to look really with what, not going to do it automatically. So if we try and get the graph right here, it's kind of going to look a little bit odd. So we're not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to copy that data over. So you can do this manually. You can just take the numbers and plug them in there. I'm going to try something really quick though. I do Control C after highlighting all of these. So if I click on this first one, hold down a Shift and click on the last one, then I hit Control and C, that should copy it. And then if I click right here, I can paste it, but I kind of want to paste it so it goes down. So if I right click on that and I go to paste special, paste transposed, yep, that should do it nice and neat for me. You can, again, you don't need to do that part like that. You could just manually say like, okay, it's 70 on Monday, and then plug that in. Then it's 80 on Tuesday, and plug that in, and so on and so forth. I'm just doing this way because it just saves me a little bit of time because I know how to do that. So if I hold down Shift, click on this, Control C, and then I click on that cell where it starts, and then paste transposed, I've got this data. Now, the really cool thing is if you have your data table set up so you've got your x-axis first, and then your y's, it should be able to figure it out automatically. So if I click this and then I hold down Shift and I click that, and then I go to Insert Chart, it will automatically know that, okay, this is my x-axis, and as you can see, day of week is my x-axis, and then those different days represent different data sets, and then I've got high temperature and low temperature. It's got in two different colors automatically for us, and our data is here. You can see like right here that there's that 70, and here's that 45 for Monday. There's a few things that I would also tweak to make this look just a little bit better, like adding a label for the y-axis. It did kind of miss that, so you can go over here and customize that. Also, sometimes it makes things a line graph when it should be a bar graph. This would be a bar graph because these days are discrete intervals. There's not really a Monday, Tuesday, like a number in between, so this is appropriate to do a bar graph. But I kind of want to add a y-axis label here. So if we go to axis labels, or yeah, axis titles, we can then go to the vertical axis. That would be this guy right here, and we could say that's going to be temperature, and then I misspelled it, didn't I? And this is going to be in Fahrenheit. And so that's labeled nice and neat for us. And then and we could also change the title here as well. If we wanted to, we could say high temp and low temp last week, just to be a little bit more specific. So we've got this chart, it looks pretty good. We can also then resize it if we need to. And I also wanted to show you, I want you to make your own one of precipitation. But before we plug in the data, there was another trick I wanted to show you. So what I want you to do before you plug in data is we're going to actually make this look like a proper data table. We're going to highlight from here to there, doing the clicking on this, holding down Shift and clicking on that cell. And then what we can do is we can actually add some borders there so it looks like a data table. And I'm actually just realizing this one, it's missing its one on the side, I think. Yeah, so that looks a little bit better. So this actually looks like a data table now. And we're gonna do days of the week. You might as well just copy from here, doing the click. Hold down Shift, click on the other one, Control C, Control V, and then the precipitation data we're gonna get from the other page over here. So again, this is completely made up data, so don't just copy the numbers that I've got here, okay? Make sure you're using the real world data. And then we can, oh, actually, I did a mistake there, so I'm gonna undo. If you're unaware, you can undo and redo any mistake just right there. Let's see, I've got it still ready to paste, so that should be good. And then right here, that should then be super easy to turn into a chart. As you can see, yep, it actually did it automatically just fine. That one actually managed to get the y-axis. I think the other one got thrown off because we had the two y-axes labeled. That looks pretty good. I'm liking the look of that. I'm just going to make it the same size as this one, I think. And then here, this is going to be, you can choose any of the variables here, but to make sure you replace the text. So if I did maximum temperature, I'm going to have all of this data right here. And it is oriented the correct way, so I can just Control C and then Control V on that. And then the months are going to be these months right here, Control C, and then I think we want to go right there, Control V. And so we've got our months and our temperature and completely made up numbers. Just gotta make that have a proper border. And it's also bothering me that it's not bold, so I'm gonna bold that as well. And then highlight that and make that into a chart. And it should do it automatically. Yeah, and that actually looks pretty good as well. So that's how you would go about making your own charts in Google Sheets. If you got any questions, just let me know.